Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Here, let me go down so everybody can see you. There. Oh, you're gonna raise it up?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta raise it down so everybody can see your face. See?
No.
Now they can see you. Oh my goodness. You are the cutest little three-nager I ever did see in my whole life.
Yeah.
I love you.
Da.
Hi everyone. My name is Joanne, in case you're new to my channel.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. And today I'm going to be talking about a update on my hair loss journey. So 7 years ago, I started a YouTube
Mama.
channel. Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I don't know why I'm trying to film a video with my 3-year-old here. I just feel like it's been a really busy day today. I just got back from a formal event. I'm still wearing my jewelry, but I have a pajama shirt on. Thank you. Yes, this is Sister's ukulele.
Yeah. I want scissors.
I have no idea how to play this. Here, let's go ahead and put this away. Okay?
Yeah. I love it.
I love it too. But you need to be quiet because Mommy is filming a video. Hi, Romeo. Romeo, come here. Want to say hi?
Whoa.
Oh, look at my cute puppy.
love
Oh,
you
look at my
right
cute
here.
little puppy, Romeo. He's the best doggy ever.
Whoa. Don't open your shoes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but Romeo, sit. You gonna sit next to me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna sit next to me?
Yeah.
All right, come sit next to me. All right, I got the 3-year-old and the dog. This is my life. So. Okay. So. This is where I'm at. Okay, so 7 years ago, I started a channel. I didn't actually start a channel. I didn't mean to start a channel. I just had to have a channel in order to post a video. So 7 years ago, I got an iPhone and I started posting videos about my hair loss because there was nothing on the internet, nothing on YouTube that I could find that was about my situation. And so I decided that I cannot be alone in this. I cannot be the only one that is going through this. So I posted videos about my hair loss, and it was my way of like a therapy for me to help other people and to see if I could have that community that I saw other YouTubers had, that they were like actually talking back and forth with people and having that relationship with other people, and I wanted to do that. Aaron, can you please go in the other room? We're not jumping over this light.
Yeah.
Go play with your toys, please. Should I just start over again? Sorry for the distractions, you guys. This is my life. What am I trying to say? I wanted to connect with other people. And now there's Facebook, and there are groups out there that do have alopecia groups and hair loss groups. And so now this is so hard to talk about. This is really hard for me to talk about, and it's why I don't post so many hair loss videos. I know why I have it. I went to the doctors. I did everything that I needed to do. I was scared, but I did it. And, I got the blood work done, and I figured out what's wrong with me. And I found solutions, and the two solutions are the hair fibers and toppers or wigs. And I'm satisfied with that. I don't need a hair transplant. I know that hair transplants don't work for people who have genetic alopecia because of the way that you lose your hair, the diffuse hair loss. I'm sorry I'm saying and a lot. This is a very impromptu video. I just wanted to speak from my heart and nothing scripted, although I feel like I probably should have scripted something. And yes, I'm playing with my hair because I absolutely love this topper. But this is my solution. My solution is toppers. When I didn't have a solution and I didn't know what to do, I was putting eyeshadow on my scalp because there was nothing out there that I knew of, you know? So times have changed, and now there are support groups out there, and there is a solution, and I am so thankful for having a solution. And yeah, so I have moved on with my life. I went and got a biopsy done. I do not recommend anyone to get a biopsy done. And not just from my experience, but from what I've heard from other women who have had the biopsies. It's pointless. It's useless. You're giving somebody a chunk of your scalp, like literally a chunk, like 1-inch chunk. I have a divot in my scalp from it and nothing to show from it. That dermatologist did not need to do that. She could have simply looked at my hair and said, yes, you have the exact female pattern, diffuse pattern, hair loss. Now you have alopecia. She did not need to take a biopsy from my scalp for me to have a diagnosis of alopecia. All you have to have is that telltale sign of the thinning. Let me just show you what it looks like. Hang on.
This is super one.
I'm so thirsty. Okay, let me show you. If you're new and you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I want you guys to see this. So this is a human hair topper. It's hand tied and it's a silk top. So it looks like it's my hair. Very, very lightweight. I know this video is all over the place and I'm sorry. It's just I have a lot to say. I have a lot on my mind. And honestly, that's just the type of person that I am. I am an all over the place type of a person. That's my personality. Okay, let's see. One more. Oh, I have a bobby pin stuck in here. Okay. I'm 42 years old. And I have a 17-year-old son and my 3-year-old son who's almost 4. And my hair loss started, I would say, my junior year of high school. And I know that the reasons why I have hair loss is a combination. It's a combination of stress in my life. It's a combination of tremendous amounts of stress in my personal life. I mean, tremendous. And anemia, lack of vitamins, lack of eating properly. I never ate my fruits, my vegetables, and I didn't get enough protein in my body. I just really wasn't consuming a lot of food. I have been skinny as a rail. I mean stick thin, like anorexic without actually having like a disease. You know what I'm saying? Like have always been extremely thin. Can you shut that door, please? Thank you. I've always been extremely thin my whole life. One of it is genetics, and one of it is for lack of eating properly. I just never have liked to eat properly. So, genetics, it definitely does, hair loss does run in my family. My grandmother on my mother's side had hair loss. My grandfather on my mother's side was completely bald. All the men in my family on my mother's side of the family have some type of baldness, and early baldness at that. Anyway, this is my hair. I do have hair fibers in from about here forward, so it doesn't look so bad. But this is the telltale sign of female pattern baldness, and why you don't need a biopsy in order for someone to diagnose you with alopecia. You can pretty much diagnose yourself. You look at the sign and you see the diffuse hair loss. It starts here and it goes back a little bit and it kind of goes around like that. And you'll start noticing the thinning here, and then as it progresses, you start losing it here. Now, this is something that happens over years. And stress has a lot to do with it. If you've been through stress like 8 months ago and then suddenly you're losing your hair, that's because the way that your hair grows and it grows in its cycle, it takes a long time for something that happened to you 8 months ago for it to take its effect on your hair. That's how long it takes your body to process certain toxins and stresses when it comes to your hair. Your hair cycle can take 3 years for a hair to grow and finish its cycle out and then lose and then, detach from the follicle, to detach from your scalp and shed. It takes years. So there have been times in my life where it looked like my hair was thicker, and people would say to me, "Oh, your hair looks different," or "Your hair looks, what did you do to your hair? Did you dye it?" Or people would say, "Tell me, what's your secret? Have you been doing a special type of shampoo or a special type of treatment or a special type of vitamin?" No, 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 and no. It just happens to be that I was going through a certain time in my life where things were happier for me and healthier for me, and I was eating better, and I was drinking more water, and I was exercising better, and I had less stress in my life. And then 6 months from that time, my hair, or 6 or 8 months or 3 months or whenever, my hair decides that it wants to metabolize and do its cycle and do its thing, then my hair looks great, and I have no idea why, because I'll have wonderful great hair for a couple of months. And I'm like, dude, I'm going through the most stressful time of my life and my hair looks great. And then when I'm happy and things look wonderful or going great for me, all of a sudden I'm losing my hair. And I'm like, what is going on? And the reason why is because your hair is delayed in its cycle compared to our daily, 365 days a year cycle. Our hair is in a slower process than the rest of our bodies. So if you are confused as to why you're losing hair but there's no stress in your life, it's because usually something happened prior that stressed you out. I've been through my stepfather dying, divorce, child custody battles, illnesses in the family, losing my best friend, nursing school, just a lot of stresses in my life. And then, after you have a child, you lose your hair. When you're pregnant, you get all this beautiful hair, and then a couple months later, your hormones change. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Another main stressor as to why you would lose your hair, besides vitamin deficiency, anemia, and stress, is hormones. So, at the age of 41, I went through menopause. And what that means is I went through an entire year without having a period. So, when I was 41, it was, I remember it was like October. And I was like, oh, I didn't get my period. And I'm like, that's weird. I must be under a lot of stress. And I thought the reason why I didn't get my period because I was taking care of my sister's newborn baby on a full-time basis. And I thought that was why. Now, I had stopped breastfeeding my son 4 months prior to that, like fully had stopped. And I thought that maybe that was the reason why I didn't get my period that month. But then the next month went by. And then the next month, and the next month. So 4 months go by and I don't have a period. So of course I'm freaking out, right? I went to my gynecologist and I'm like, I need some tests done. I haven't had a period in 4 months. What's going on? He goes and checks me and he's like, there's nothing wrong. Checks my blood, does a pap smear. They did an ultrasound. And so he's like, oh, you had a cyst on your ovary. He's like, maybe that's what caused it. And then sure enough, what happened? A couple weeks later, I got my period. And that one period that I got, it only lasted like 2 days. And then after that, I didn't get a period for like 12 months. So I can't remember exactly when it was. I think I was like, I think I had just turned 41. or maybe I was 40. I honestly don't remember because I wasn't paying attention to my cycle because my husband had a vasectomy. And so we didn't have to worry about me calculating my cycle, because we don't want any more children. And I've got 4 now because I have my stepdaughters, my 2 twin stepdaughters, and we're done. I've got my 3-year-old son, I've got my 17-year-old son, and I've got my 2 teenage stepdaughters, and I am happy, and my family is complete. So he got a vasectomy, and I don't have to worry about that. So I wasn't calculating when my periods were or when I wasn't going to get them, and I just knew that I was going through perimenopause, and I was okay with that. But I didn't think that I was going to go through an entire year without having my period. I didn't think that I was actually going through menopause. And so I went to my gynecologist again, and I said, I haven't had my period in a year, but I'm feeling really tired, and I'm feeling just really not depressed, but emotionless. Something would happen to somebody, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And normally I'd be like, what? And I really just felt emotionless is a good word for it. It's like when you're supposed to get excited about something and you don't. And I wasn't depressed. I mean, I did get depressed over the summertime, but I always get depressed over the summertime because here in Florida where I live, it is boiling hot and muggy and damp and bugs and thunderstorms every single day, and it depresses me. But I wasn't depressed like, oh, I can't get out of bed. I was just kind of like not wanting to visit with my friends, not wanting to have a connection with my friends. So anyway, long story short, I went through menopause early. And do I think that that's related to my hair loss? Absolutely, I do. I also recently went and got a sonogram done, and sure enough, I have another cyst. And so far, there's nothing cancerous, even though ovarian cancer and cervical cancer does run in my family on my mother's side, and breast cancer. So it does cause for concern, and my doctor did say that, it's a small cyst. I think she said it was 4 centimeters, and it doesn't look cancerous. They just want to keep an eye on it, so I'm going to go back and get that checked, get and have them look at that. Oh, and my thyroid, I forgot to tell you guys, my thyroid levels, it is low. On my last blood work, everything is low. My testosterone is low. My estrogen is low. My follicle, I can't remember, thyroid stimulating hormone. I can't remember. There was a time when something, I think it had to do with my follicles, and I'm so sorry that I don't have all this information to be able to tell you exactly what's going on. But if you need to know, please DM me on Instagram. I will be more than happy to give you the exact information to help you with what you need answers for, the best that I can do to my ability from my personal experience. But I can give you those numbers is what I'm trying to say. So I think it was my follicle stimulating hormone or something like that was extremely high. But my testosterone was low. My thyroid is low. And that's the first time in all the years since I was 16 years old that I have gotten my blood work drawn, complaining, saying that there's something not right with me. It's the first time in 20 years, 25 years, that I've actually received a lab level that said that my thyroid was low. It's crazy. So I think that a lot of people that have a thyroid imbalance, a hormone imbalance, I think a lot of them are misdiagnosed. So just because you went and got your blood drawn and it showed that your thyroid, your T3 and your T4 was fine doesn't necessarily mean anything, because it could just be that that day it was fine, but then like a week from now or a week ago, your thyroid was crazy. You know, that's the only bad thing about blood testing, is that when you get a blood test done, and it can be what time of the month it is. Your luteinizing hormones can be different on different time of the month. So it all depends on when you get your test done, determining of what your hormones levels are. So especially if you're still getting a monthly period. When I got my blood drawn the most recent time, which is 2 months ago, yeah, in December, early December, I was going gung-ho with taking my vitamins. And I'm talking like every vitamin that I'm supposed to be taking, I was taking it, and I was taking it consistently. And then, of course, I stopped taking them on a consistent basis, and I want to kill? No, not kill myself. I want to kick myself for it. I want to kick myself for it, for not being so consistent, and I just got to get back on it. You know, people that are yo-yo dieters, that they gain weight because they, you know, ate too many carbs, and then they go and they lose the weight again, they gain it back up again. Well, that's me with my vitamins. I go through these surges of, I want to take a bunch of vitamins, and then I don't want to take a bunch of vitamins, and then, you know, or I want to take, I like go crazy with the vitamins. I'm like, yeah, I'm eating great, I'm taking my vitamins, everything is wonderful, and then one day something happens, oh, I forgot to take my vitamin, and then the next day, I forgot to take my vitamin again, and the third day, it's like, oh, now I just completely just stopped. And then like 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, man, I haven't had a vitamin in 2 weeks. No wonder I feel like crap, you know? But that last blood draw that I had, the most recent blood draw I had in the beginning of December, my vitamins were on point. Like when my lab levels, they're like, oh, your vitamin D is great, your vitamin C is great, you know, your calcium levels are fantastic, everything is great, you know, you're even my, no, I think it did show that I was slightly anemic. So yeah, my ferritin levels were low. Ferritin levels have a lot to do with hair loss. So I would say that my personal experience with my alopecia is that I've been through a tremendous amount of stress in my life. Tremendous. Anyone that has gone through a divorce and a custody battle, y'all know what I'm talking about. You understand that that is one of the most stressful things you could ever go through in your entire life. A loss of a family member. Oh, gosh. And that on top of it. And then like having to be a single mom and having to like just being a single mom, all you single moms out there, and even single dads, because my husband was a single dad too. It is hard, and that is extremely stressful. Or if if you're having to take care of somebody and yourself at the same time, that is hard. And then you're having to work a full-time job, and you have all these like pressures on you. It's extremely stressful. It's hard, and it's hard on your body. And when you're going through a lot of stress, you don't want to eat properly either, because maybe you're just so tired that you just want to grab a block of cheese and some crackers and just eat that for dinner, you know, because you don't feel like making yourself a salad or cooking some chicken breast, you know. It's like, it's so easy to go through the McDonald's drive-thru, even though I don't really do McDonald's anymore, but I used to. You know, I used to drink soda all the time, and when I found out the crap that's in soda, diet or not, diet's probably even worse. I don't do soda anymore. But eating unhealthy, having a tremendous amount of stress, having anemia, having low ferritin, that's the iron, that's a binding protein that binds to your iron, to your red blood cells. You're not eating enough proper protein, not taking enough vitamins, that all, and genetics, that all comes together, and that's what you know, can cause the hormone imbalances too. I think also, I feel like as I've gotten older, that I've gotten an intolerance to dairy. And I noticed that whenever I don't drink as much dairy or don't eat as much dairy, except for cheese, for some reason I do better with cheese. No, I take that back. because when I was breastfeeding my son, he was starting to have an intolerance to lactose and to dairy, and my doctor took me off dairy 100%, and I got off dairy, and y'all, I'm telling you right now, my stomach was flat. It was looking so good. I hadn't had a flat stomach in so long, and I'm like, dude, I just had a baby, and my stomach was flat, and it was because I wasn't doing dairy. And I felt so good and so healthy when I wasn't taking dairy. And I've been reading online, I've done a lot of research, and also because I'm a nurse and I've studied a lot as far as nutrition goes as well, that whenever, that if you have an intolerance to dairy, dairy, first of all, is pumped full of hormones, okay? Organic or not, like, I don't know. I don't want to say organic or not, but I feel like even the organic milk still has hormones in it. But because I don't know how many generations a cow has to go through in order for it to be considered organic. But anyway, dairy is not good for me, and I have definitely noticed that when I don't drink as much dairy, that my hair does seem to do better. My body does so much better when I don't do dairy and I don't do wheat, and when I instead I get my vitamin D and my calcium from like greens and vitamins. I mean, just basically just eating lots and lots of fruits and vegetables and actually taking supplements. That does make a difference for me. So anyway, the update on my hair loss is that I'm okay with it now. I know that there is no shampoo out there. There is no pill out there. There's no injection out there that is going to help me with my alopecia, with my genetic alopecia. Now, vitamins, yes, that's going to help me overall, but you have to take it on a consistent basis, and I wish that I would listen to my own advice. You know, just listen to, if I could just listen to my own advice, that'd be so great. But go ahead and listen to me right now. Take the vitamins, because when I was taking my vitamins on a regular basis and when I was eating healthy on a regular basis, I felt incredible. Incredible. I got my energy back. I got my libido back. Y'all, I got my libido back. My husband is so happy. He's like, I can tell when you haven't been taking your vitamins. You know, like, that's so bad, but oh, that's embarrassing. I don't know if I should cut that out. But no, I'm not going to cut it out because I'm not ashamed of it, because I am married and I'm happy. But anyway, my solution is drink more water, take more vitamins, and when you do get your energy back, then exercise. Because there are times when I am so tired that I cannot even exercise. It's that bad. I get so weak. But listen, if you're like me and you are so tired and so weak, you have to force yourself to do what you need to do to make yourself healthy. Do what you need to do for your body, and especially if you're a mom or a dad, you need to take care of your kids. You need to take care of your family. You got to do this. And so you have to take care of yourself so that you can take care of your family, okay? So drink the water, take the vitamins, exercise when you start getting that energy back, do the hair fibers. I love Gofybr. Toppik is great too. I have an Amazon link for the Toppik, and I have a link for the Gofybr as well. Get the toppers. Do not be afraid of going out and getting a topper. Don't be afraid. You cannot tell. I've got a little bit of fibers right from here forward. I've got a little bit of fibers right here. I've got my silk topper. This is by Highline Wigs. I have a code for this. If you want, I think it was $25 off. I can't remember. I have a code for $20 or $25 off of your purchase if you use my code. And do this. Wear your topper. Take your vitamins. Drink water. Exercise. Be confident in yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. Get human hair toppers. I'm happy now, and I'm okay with my hair loss. I'm at that point. It's been 20 years. It's been 7 years since I first started my hair loss videos, but it's been 20 years since I realized that I actually had, there was something going on, and I'm okay with it now. So you can be too. I'll see you guys in my next video. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.